Hey everybody, Matt Leja here, Maple Grove Productions. Oh boy, had another close call here. Went inside for a few minutes, came back out, and look at this. Syrup. This close to burning it. So, kids, people, everyone, do not walk away. Do not get black stuff on your face. Uh, don't walk away from your syrup, especially when it gets this low. And another note as well is I had actually left this. I let my fire die overnight. There was maybe an inch and a half, 2 inches of sap in there in these pans. Came back out in the morning, half an inch. And that's what the fire died down, just coals in there. So it'll keep evaporating overnight. So lesson learned for me is don't take chances, especially with your new pans. You don't want to burn a brand new pan like this. So very close, and it's actually continuing to thicken up here, so I'm going to get it on the stove inside the house, filter it off another couple of times, and then go from there. And I'm going to clean up my face too, I think. There, done. But just look at that amber deliciousness. If only you could smell how amazing this is right now. I wanted to just capture this real quick before filtering it off over there in the pot. Gotta put a cloth on there and make it happen. But does it ever smell good? We tasted it earlier. We had some guests over, went and did the experience out in the woods, gave them a little taste, and it's very sweet. It was probably 3/4 done at that point, so now it's, I'd say 90 to 95% done. We'll finish it off on the stove. So I've got the syrup dumped off here. It's filtering through. All that gunk and sediment that was left over and that foam is going to get filtered through. We're going to filter it one more time in the house after we finish boiling it off and getting all that excess water out there and raise the sugar concentration. There's probably, I don't know, it's hard to estimate, but I'd say at least 2 or 3 cups in there. I wanted to share one last little tip here that my grandfather always mentioned to me is if you have extra sap. So my guests and I were able to gather, not much, but 1/4 of a bucket there of sap this morning. We had picked up last night, so there really wasn't a lot in the buckets this morning, but we filtered it off, and with that fresh sap, I'm going to add that to this pan, and we're going to get all of this really concentrated syrup stuff that's on this pan. We want to keep this. We don't want to rinse this out with water and just dump it because there's a lot of good sugar in there, and considering it's 40 to 50 drops of sap for 1 drop of maple syrup, we want to gather up as many of these little drops. I mean, you know, you're talking about 10 to 20 drops in there alone, so multiply that by 40 or 50, you're talking about a significant amount. So I'm going to pour in some fresh sap. We're going to put it back on the stove. I'm going to let my fire die probably because I'm not ready to make another batch till tonight. But at least that way we'll have our sap dumped out and we'll get all of this stuff scraped off the sides. Can't forget to include the time-honored tradition of writing down your results and your notes and your remarks and your buckets and your sap and your syrup on these pieces of wood like my grandfather did. So we kept the last few years here. There's when he last did it in 2017. Can't really see anything. A little bit better. 2017, you can see some notes there from the 21st of March, which is actually today. 14 cups. Wow, it was a good year that year. There's us from last year. Started early. Went pretty late too, till 11th of April. And then there's Vincent's what he had for supper. Here's the new one that I'm starting here. Actually, we went further than that last year. 172 cups, a lot more than I thought. So, pretty darn good year last year. Looks like it's running here. I'll have to protect these a little bit better. And 2019, here we go so far. There's what we've done so far in March of 2019. So on second thought, I think I'm going to let this just leak slowly and filter through. It's pretty thick, so it may not even need to be finished on the stove. I tasted it earlier and it's very sweet, so that might be good. We're not crazy about this stuff to the point of actually measuring the sugar content using a I forget what they're called, but those tools that they use to measure the sugar content. We're not going to go that crazy. We don't plan on selling any just now. We're just giving it away. So I think I'm actually going to go do my repairs. I've got some repairs to do on the lids. As you can see here, I ran power back out to the cabin. Not the best way in the world to do it, but it'll do for now. Because I need those lights at night when I boil, so I'm going to go do some repairs. There's some lids out there that need to be fixed. There are a few of the taps that are coming off. Yeah, so I've got a few things I need to do that take precedence over finishing the syrup on the stove. Then I want to start boiling again, so if I can gather up enough sap to have some in each pan, I'll start up the boil again, but most likely it's going to go until tonight, until we can really gather up enough that it's worth boiling. And I might just keep collecting it until we have our next round of guests come over on the weekend. We'll do up a boil when everybody's here and gets to experience the joy of sugaring. So that's it. I will wrap it up here, my friends. Thanks for watching as always. Don't forget to give us a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss a single thing that's going on here at Maple Grove Farm. And we will catch you on the next one. Take care. Until then, be well, be good, and tune in next time. See ya. She's roaring now, boys.
Wow, she's like it's spring today. I just want to let you know, springtime.
Get down, Snoopy.